Hello beautifuls, my name is Epic Treasure. Welcome to the channel. Oh, what a video I've got for you today. Let's just stop that there. Bring that back. Bring it back. I want you to stare at that for a moment. Look into the distance. Get that into you. So, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Absolutely. Hit the notification button. Come join the Discord channel, link in the description below. There's the whole PALWORLD community there. Let's get to this. So, in the most recent video that I spoke about in regards to the Terraria PALWORLD crossover, there was a part where I delved back into the previous trailers, etc., and commented on one thing, which was a feature in this video, which is a PALWORLD announcement trailer from years ago. Now, what I kept saying is that pay attention to what's in the previous trailers, because what we're seeing back then will start to come to life. I don't believe any of that will come to life. It might, I don't even know. But there's certain aspects that we're seeing now. We want this, by the way, aspects in the previous trailers that we're starting to see happen finally. Not just that, but paying attention, like I said, to the Craftopia videos. And that is going to be relevant in this video in a moment. So with Craftopia, they've got self-watering systems. They've got self-harvesting systems, which I hope, fingers crossed, that we'll get in this one. We won't probably get it in this update, but in future, remember this. Now, this part coming up is the part that came to mind straight away. Here, right here. Now, I said in the video, I want the fur rug or something like that. Now, it just so happens that in this most recent data mine leak, the fur rug is actually apparently going to be a reality. So I dove a little bit deeper, and speculation indeed. Let's just keep this playing, by the way. And certainly go watch the videos on the ones that I've just done, the Terraria crossover. Turn this down a bit. So for those who are into building, I can see that there is potentially one new building material incoming. I'm not sure what it's going to be. Like I said, I've been wanting to see this for a long time, but obviously this will be made from, you know, wood and something else. I thought perhaps maybe they might have, I'm assuming that they're going to have a new mineable node, for example. I know that there's a plethora of ones in Terraria, so I really need Terraria people to chime in and tell me what are the mineable items in that game. I started up, I couldn't play it. I just was like, what the hell is this? But there's that. So we know there's one of those. I know that apparently there are 8 new furniture items, and that at least, maybe, that will include that rug, by the way. And as I mentioned previously, to pay attention to the trailers of the past, with that fishing thing, that's the thing I was totally fixated on. And finally, we've seen the key art for the new stuff that we can clearly see fishing is, here we go, let's bring it up. That's my one, we don't want that. Here we go. Fishing, here we go. So there's our new fishing moment. Now let me just jump off that and go on to the rumored new pals. And there's a lot of them. And a lot of them are ice related. One of them is apparently called the ghost anglerfish, which we can see this anglerfish here. It might be it, it might not be it. Some of the other ones I might mention would be the ice narwhal. Another one might be called the octopus girl. It could have a different name by the time it comes out. Then we have a lot of one called like Ice Witch. There's one called Stuffed Shark. They're going to be named different things, but I'm sure. But I'm just sort of going through the list because there's a lot of them, and I'm sort of trying to decide which one to say. Like the jellyfish ghost, the Poseidon orca, the sword cutlass fish, and a lot of other ones indeed. So, and the Kendo Frog Dark was another one that was mentioned. And you know, if you looked at the key art, we've got Mr. Come over here. Come over here right now. Mr. Kendo Frog which would be there right now. And Kendo Frog would be considered dark. And he could possibly be one of the knocked ones, I'm not sure. But he's there. So that's an interesting little feature, I think. Another little fascinating thing for people who love building and decorating that I noticed was, let me just get rid of this, get it off my screen, was 4 new lights. So I'm assuming, let's bring up actually, bring up the key art. Where the hell is that? Bring up, there it is. Key art. Bang, bang. There we go. So let me just move this screen up here. So here we have a lantern. So perhaps maybe with the new lighting, we'll finally have some attractive lights, not these ugly ones. Lantern. They could be placeable lanterns on the wall, hang them up. I don't know. I want my fairy lights and I'll keep on asking for them. So there's that feature too. Let me dive into a few other facets of it. Yes, a very important one that I think everybody will be celebrating heavily. Let me just bring up all this, my goodies. Here we go. Now, if you like this design, by the way, this is the triple hexalite base. I will make a video on predictions of how to prepare for this new DLC by guesstimates, which was correct last time. So we'll see what happens with this one. I'll spend some time focusing on that. The thing that I got terribly wrong was indeed the location of where the new island's going to be. So I want you to make a prediction of where you think the new island's going to be. And there's something else. Oh my God, I can't even control myself. Something else I have to share with you that's very exciting, which was shown in a recent DLC thing where we're like, where the hell is this? Which referred to Splatterina. So we're going to get over here. And I'm going to, where's my sound? There's some bloody sound up here. Yeah, so this whole base, there's a tutorial on my channel for that too, so get into it. Triple hexalite, beautiful base. So let's get to this part. So here we have our current map. Now my map has been blacked out many times. It's been bugged out and blacked out many times. So the new area we think will be ice, right? I should probably have a whole video just on predicting this stuff. But you would imagine that it would be up the top now, wouldn't you? The key art that we're looking at does not show anything besides Terraria type of terrain. That's the only thing. Let me just hide the Xbox. Bring up this. I'm going to try and have a look at the terrain. This is all underground. That is in an ice area. Where's the other one? I think it's in the main. I think it's the main art. It's the main logo thing that's too big. Let's make it smaller. Here, right? So I don't remember seeing any of this dripping down off any ledges. If you do, holla, let me know. And with this, apparently this character over here is called Zoe. Let me try and make this smaller. People think that she might be like a hireable or companion NPC. That's the clothes she's wearing. Apparently this is a hallowed gear that this character is wearing, and also the weapon that they have is from Terraria. I forget the name of it. And then we've got Cthulhu, the big eye, which is early on you can see this eye sort of floating around that you just shoot. But anyway, I'm not into that world. I don't know. That's why I need your help. So again, zooming into the terrain here is quite something that I don't know. We need some sleuths up in here to look at these mountains, these geofiends, to know exactly where everything is by just looking at one bloody thing. Little savants everywhere. I mean, that could be part of where we are, but there's some mountains there if that is helpful. We have Anubis there also. I don't think that makes any difference because everybody has an Anubis. So we have that. We have the bats, etc. But going back to our whole map, one would assume that it would be in the icy area. It would be around perhaps where I thought that the most recent content would be. So we'll have a look at our main content, which was here. Then they brought out up here. Then they brought out down here. So we've got the desert there. We see no mention or anything like that of desert things. But if we are looking at, for example, if we're looking, for example, the trailer, the fishing chick was at a beach. She was at a sandy beach. So it is possible to have to sort of breach these two places together, to have the ice and then the sand together. And then that would tie in the, if it was sandstone, for example, building, I don't know if it is, I have no idea, then that would make sense to have this zone quite on the radar. But I could be wrong, it could be over here, who knows. Looking how far the map goes, it's quite forgiving that way. And it's not, maybe I'm wrong, but we'll say there. Now, what else was there? Ah, yes, that's right. The Splatterina thing that I wanted to talk about. One of the rumors that was mentioned was the surgery table. And some people predicted this already, and it didn't come to pass. And this was the surgery table in the trailer for the new DLC, or the most recent DLC with Splatterina in it. And all the darkness and everything like that. And she had this operating table. Oh, where's an operating table? So in these rumors, there is a surgery table where you can change the gender of your pal. Again, not confirmed or anything like that. Let's just put it out there. And also change the passives. What the hell is on this screen? Change the passives too. Why have I got a mini screen on a mini screen? Get it off. Off. Yes, we don't need two Xboxes on there. So that's another mention. The other important one that I want to say is another rumor, which is very exciting to me, is placeable fast travel points. This is something that I heavily celebrated with Dragon's Dogma. You had port crystals where you got this big crystal and you could just put it down anywhere on the map. And that was your fast travel point. So what most of us do in PALWORLD is we just have a spare base, and we'll put a spare base down as a fast travel point if there's not a fast travel point close to us. So apparently, very much like Craftopia, you build a monument. And I don't know how extensive this monument could be. This could just be a statue where you just slap it down, just get the materials and slap it down. I personally hope that it's going to be something hard-ish to attain to fast travel. You know, that it's going to take X amount of a lot of this stuff to make it, not just, you know, be on easy mode. So apparently that you can put monuments down, I don't know how many, in order to fast travel. So not having to use their points, which is very exciting, I like to think. But anyway, what else have we got? We have another item, which might be in the... Is it in the infrastructure? Ah, yes, this is right. This is right. Another rumor was moving panels. And the moving panels was rumored in the defense section, which is very interesting because, as you would remember with Craftopia, we had conveyor belts. They were moving panels. They were conveyor belts. And apparently in Terraria, there are traps. I want to bring up that key art again because I'm a little bit fixated with it, aren't I? So let me jump over. It's not on that one. It'll be on the key art. It's here. So here we've got the pendulum. Thank you. I forget who mentioned that. Thank you for telling me the name of the swinging things. The pendulum there. So traps are apparently something. So the moving panels are certainly a feature. Like I said, watch Craftopia content and then you'll see a whole bunch of stuff. Like I showed the hoverboards, etc. in that game, which I don't know if they're going to have it in this one. Like I said in earlier trailers, PALWORLD had roads with lines on it and everything like that, so you could drive a car. in Craftopia you could have a vehicle, but why would you need one when you've got a flying mount? You know, what is the point of it? So that's another one. The moving panels was a rumor. If it becomes true, we shall see. What do we cover? I've covered the foundations. I've covered the defenses. Furniture, I know. Yes, the other thing for builders to get their jollies off. We've been asking for trees or potted things. And one of the rumors was a banyan tree, I believe it is. A big banyan, which is a big, massive tree. So it would be very interesting to see if this content finally involves the ability to have plantable things. Another interesting part was in the rumors of construction, I think it was. Let me try and find it. Was it infrastructure? No, it was in production, I think. And it was, there was factories mentioned, but that's not what I'm after. It was like a wood creation thing. And I thought, what the hell does that mean? You know, wood creation. We've already got our mining our wood mining spot, you know, the logging thing. But I thought perhaps they might be able to incorporate like Minecraft, where you could put seeds down and grow the trees, which would be very interesting, especially if you can get seeds from different biomes and grow, for example, cherry blossom trees in different areas, which would be amazing, wouldn't it? So there's that feature too. I don't see any new mention of food. I would be very interested to see if the furniture might, since we do have a fishing theme, they might include things like mounted fishing trophies, for example, you know, like a big anglerfish on the wall or something. I don't know. Like a trophy type of thing. I have no idea. I'm just speculating here. Foundations, defensive, other. What else do we have? The wood creator is called. So I know that they're going to be using odd names. They don't want to be sort of putting it out there exactly what names they are. But that's what I have thus far. So the top ones are indeed the fast travel. I love that idea. Tick that box. Tell me where you think the island's going to go. I would assume that it's going to be here. I'm just looking where the oil rigs are there. There's one there. And there's one down there. And then we've got the wildlife sanctuaries. There's one here. There's one there. There's really not much action up here ever. So I would think that it would probably could potentially be up here. Interesting dialogue anyway, but look at half my map's like missing again, but what can you do? So yes, put your predictions in. I would love to see them. That's what I have thus far. Let's see if they come to life. And you know damn well what I want in this game. I want those houses. I want the houses that you can get in Craftopia. They are crazily beautiful, buildable places. I want to be able to have doorways that don't have doors on them. I'd like to have windows with shutters on them. The building in this game is still kind of behind everybody else's, which is very sad for me, but we'll see what happens. So stay tuned for more videos, and I'll do the predicting how to prepare for the new DLC, and I'm usually pretty right to a degree, for the Terraria PALWORLD crossover. I love and leave you. Thank you so much to these members who made this content possible. If it was not for you, this video would not be made. Let's see if what we want comes to life. Until next time.